The Garmin G1000 is an all-glass avionics suite that can present traditional cockpit information in a single highly integrated system, including all primary flight, navigation, autopilot, terrain avoidance, communication, engine, and aircraft sensor data, all on dual 10-inch displays. The G1000 now features the GFC 700 automatic flight control system with some innovative features that include airspeed hold, overspeed protection, pitch hold, and coupled VNAV. As installed in the Columbia 400, the G1000 includes the primary flight display, or PFD, the multifunction display, or MFD, the audio panel, and the MFD-PFD control unit, or ReadyPad. Components of the primary flight display include the navigation frequency box, communication frequency box, navigation status box, and slip and skid indicator. The airspeed indicator box displays your indicated airspeed, your true airspeed, and your airspeed trend. The altimeter box represents your current altitude, your selected altitude, the selected altitude bug, altitude trend, and current barometric setting. To the right of the altimeter box is the vertical speed indicator with the vertical speed pointer. To the left of the altimeter box is the vertical deviation and glide slope box with the glide slope indicator. In the center are the command bars, which are visible when the flight director is in operation and provide flight director pitch and roll guidance. Below that is the horizontal situation indicator, or HSI, with the current heading and selected heading bug, the outside air temperature reading, transponder code and status box, and the soft key identifiers. Found on both the PFD and the MFD are the nav and comm volume control knobs, the frequency transfer keys, the nav and comm tuning knobs, the heading knob, course barometer knob, where the large knob is used to adjust the barometric setting and the small knob is used to adjust the course, the range joystick, which is turned to change the map range or pressed to activate the map pointer, and the alt knob, which is used to set the selected altitude. The audio control panel, which provides the traditional audio selector functions. In addition, there's a digital clearance recorder that will play back the last 2.5 minutes of selected transceiver audio, and the red display backup button that controls reversionary mode selection. Found on the lower right of the primary flight display is the Direct To key, which allows users to enter a destination waypoint, establish a direct course. The Menu key displays a context-sensitive list of options. The Flight Plan key displays the active flight plan page for creating and editing a flight plan. The Procedures key selects approaches, departures, and arrivals from the flight plan. The Clear and Enter keys, and the FMS knob, which is used for flight management data entry, scrolling, and page selection. On the lower left of the multifunction display are the AFCS keys, which are used in the operation of the automatic flight control system. This group consists of the Autopilot key, used to activate the flight director and the autopilot, the Flight Director key, which activates only the flight director without engaging the autopilot, the Heading key, which allows the autopilot to follow the heading bug on the HSI, the Nav key, which activates the navigation mode and tracks the selected navigation receiver, the Approach key, which selects and deselects the approach mode, the Alt key, used to select the altitude hold mode, the Vertical Speed key. When activated, the vertical speed mode and the vertical speed bug are displayed, the Flight Level Change key, used to fly to a selected altitude, and the Nose Up and Nose Down keys, which are used to control pitch reference in the pitch hold, vertical speed, and flight level change modes. The Engine Indication Systems page, or EIS, displays the fuel flow gauge, oil temperature and pressure, manifold pressure, tachometer, oxygen quantity, and oxygen outlet pressure. The Fuel Calculations group displays the left and right fuel quantity with an illuminated light to indicate the selected tank, gallons remaining, gallons used, endurance in hours at present settings, and estimated range in nautical miles. The Engine Temperature group displays exhaust gas temperature, or EGT, the turbine inlet temperature, or TIT, and the cylinder head temperature, or CHT. The Electrical group displays dual alternator amps, battery amps, and bus voltage, and on the lower right is the elevator and aileron trim. During normal operations, when viewing pages other than the EIS page, engine indications are located on the left portion of the MFD. The MFD displays GPS navigation and flight information in 4 main page groups: the map page, waypoint, auxiliary, and nearest. First page in the map group is the navigation map, which is also the MFD default page and can be displayed at any time by pressing and holding the clear key on either the PFD, the MFD, or the ready pad. Task traffic map, or traffic advisory systems page, XM weather, displaying next red information, TAWS, or train awareness and warning system. A sample of pages from the nearest group is nearest intersection, nearest frequencies, and nearest airports. And from the waypoint group, approach information and airport information. And from the auxiliary group, GPS status and system setup. In addition to the main page groups that can be accessed by using the FMS knob, there are pages for flight planning and loading procedures that are accessed by key. An example would be the vertical navigation page, which is accessed using the flight plan key and provides guidance from the present position and altitude to a final target altitude at a specific location, and the approach loading page, which is accessed using the procedure key. The ready pad, which is conveniently located at the pilot's fingertips, is capable of controlling all functions of the knobs and buttons on the MFD and PFD except the Autopilot. The ready pad uses a multifunction control knob to control FMS, nav, and COM functions. With the PFD or MFD indicators illuminated, the FMS knob performs the same functions as the FMS, nav, or COM knobs would on the PFD or MFD. The frequency transfer key switches between active and standby COM and nav frequencies. Pressing and holding this key while in the COM radio mode tunes the COM radios to the emergency 121.5. And pressing the nav and COM keys will allow the FMS knob to control the nav and COM radios. The Direct-to key, menu, flight plan, and procedure keys operate as they do on the MFD and PFD, as does the map range joystick. The alphanumeric keys allow data entry without using the FMS knob to select individual characters. The center of the select key activates the selected soft key, while the left and right arrows move the soft key selection box. And the clear and enter keys validate and erase entries and selections.